Hey, Matt here, Red Root Defense. We've got this Ruger 1022 60th anniversary out of the safe. So, let me let you check it out. First of all, I'm going to show you the box. The box is a little bit different. It does indicate on the box it is a 60th anniversary box. If you look this up on the Ruger site, it tells you it comes in a collectible box. So, there you have it, collectible box. Now, some people keep the boxes all the time. They keep boxes of any firearms they own, any guns they buy. I get it. I've done it. I have most of the boxes. I mean, I have some of the boxes of things that I bought. Some boxes I lost through the years. Occasionally, it does make a difference. If you're talking about something that's collectible or something that gets older. I like Ruger old model Blackhawks, for instance, and the Ruger Mark 1s and standard autos and target autos. If you have some of those and they're in reasonably good shape and they are in the original boxes, they are worth more than they're not if they're not in the original boxes, okay? Colts, that kind of thing. So, you know, it's not a bad idea. If you have a place to keep it, keep the box. It always makes, it also makes a good selling point. If you ever decide to get rid of it or trade it or something, you've got the original boxes. So anyway, I've said it, there it is. So it's the 60th anniversary box. All right, let's go through this, what we find in the box here. There's a couple things in this box I'm not going to get out because that requires taking more of the box apart and they're kind of a pain to get back together, and I really don't want to do that, so I'll just tell you what it is. But I'll tell you when we get there. First and foremost, here it is. This is the manual, all right? The manual's got a bunch of stuff in it. Got your obligatory Ruger stickers in it. It's got how to join the NRA. Thank you for joining Ruger, for buying Ruger, that kind of thing. Anyway, here's the manual. Please read it. It's worth the read. A lot of good stuff in here. It tells you how to operate it. Tells you how to clean it. Tells you how to strip it. Tells you how to clear a jam. It answers some questions you might have about different things on this particular model. It's always good to have a manual. If you buy a weapon used and it does not have a manual, call the manufacturer at the very least. They'll generally send you one for free. Sometimes you can find them online to download. So do your diligence. Please read the manual. It's important. They wouldn't give it to you if it wasn't important. So there you go. I've said that too. We're done with that. This is the coolest thing that you get when you buy this particular 60th anniversary model is you get a nice little sign. It's a nice little, they call it a street sign, but it's metal and it's there to be put up wherever you want to put it, in your man cave or in your garage or in your living room or over your bed or on your ceiling, whatever you want to do. Wherever the person you share your house with will allow you to put it. So there you go. That's kind of neat. Okay, so what we got? This is a 1022. A lot of you, most of you have probably seen a 1022 before. The cornerstone of the 1022, it's a little 10-shot semi-auto 22 long rifle. One of the cornerstones of that is the rotary magazine. Ruger designed this magazine 60 years ago, and it has been a steady constant with these rifles. As a matter of fact, it's a very effective magazine. It's actually easy to take apart and clean, although I don't recommend it unless you know how to do it. They're just good magazines. They generally don't jam. They generally don't fail. There are extended magazines available for the 1022s. I've tried a bunch of them. I've had a lot of the off-brands. I generally go back to Ruger for those because they're the ones that work. Sorry, I don't mean to rain on anybody else's parade. I know some people have, you know, I've had a whatever brand magazine for years and I've used it for years and never had a problem. And that's good. That's not necessarily the experience that I've always had. So I go back to Ruger, but this is the 10 rounder. They've even used this magazine in some of their bolt actions. The 7722, 7722 Magnum uses the same magazine. The 22 Magnum is a little bit longer. The American 1022, the American Rimfire 22 Magnum, I think, uses this magazine. It's a very good, very effective magazine. You get one with it, it's 10 rounds. So let's put that aside and let's look at this. This is the 60th anniversary, 1022. So you'll notice a couple things about it. And I know it's kind of hard to see the whole thing. I don't have that big of a phone. First thing you might notice is the stock. The stock's a little different. This is a Magpul. Magpul X22 Hunter stock, gray polymer. I'm not a big fan of polymer stocks all the time, but I do understand they have their uses, and sometimes they do grab me because they are light. They are pretty much weatherproof. I'm a wood guy. I like wood stocks, and that's what got me on the 1022 LVT a few years ago. Is their beautiful wood stock, but I don't want to walk around in the rain with it either because of the wood stock, and I'm a little bit more tolerant because this is a little bit more tolerant of the weather and weather changes. Also, this stock is adjustable. If you see, on the side here, there's some screws. You can take these screws out. There are adjustable pieces in this box. The length of pull is adjustable. You can make it longer or shorter. The comb is adjustable. You can make it taller or shorter. I don't know if there's a good word for that. But anyway, everything is adjustable. If you'll notice, there is kind of a sling point on both sides. So that's kind of handy for you, depending on what side you want it on, because there are no sling swivels on this. There's no sling swivels on the front either, but what do we got here? We got a Magpul stock, and they have M-lock slots. So all you need is some M-lock adapters, and you can pretty much do what you want to do. So you can make it any way. It gives you a lot of different, you have 3 on each side, and you have, 3 on the bottom. So you have M-lock slots here. Overall, it's a pretty cool stock. It gives you a lot of capability, a lot of things you can change. The next thing you might notice on here that may be a little bit different, maybe you noticed it, the red bolt handle. Charging handle's red. Sorry about the zip lock. I'm kind of forced to do that. A lot of the shows I go to require those. So, and the red trigger. So that's kind of neat. It's just kind of a nothing, it works the same. It just looks nicer because it's red. You might notice too, if you dealt with 1022s before, the magazine releases in the past generally been on this end, and you kind of had to stick your finger in there and push it. Well, this has been kind of redesigned. So take a look at that. There's your magazine release, and you can operate it with one finger. Kind of fits in that little hole right there. So that is kind of nice. That's the only thing that I've never really enjoyed about the 1022s is the magazine release, me personally. I mean, I'd love to see a button somewhere, but you've already got the safety here, and there's really nowhere else to put a button. So you kind of have to do what you got to do. This is better than it was before, I think. Makes life a little bit easier. So there's your new bolt release. Also, you'll notice you have a Picatinny rail on top of this. That gives you some options. Let me show you the rear sight. If you'll notice, this is a ghost ring adjustable sight. Nice sight. I like the sight. That's one of the things that drew me to this rifle. The front sight is a protected blade sight, and you'll notice there is a muzzle device on here. It is threaded. What is that? 1/2 by 28 standard threads. So you can take that off, put on a suppressor or whatever other kind of device you want. That was the other thing that drew me to this one, is because I do have a rimfire suppressor on the way, and I'd kind of like to play with it on this rifle, so it gives me an option. This is stainless steel, satin stainless. That's nice. I like that part. And that's it. I mean, overall, this is a pretty nice rifle. I mean, a 1022 is a 1022 is a 1022 to a certain degree. There have been all kinds of variants. There's all kinds of different stock colors. There's all kinds of finishes. Some threaded, some not. Some wood stocks. The 75th anniversary ones, it's the 75th anniversary Ruger, the 60th anniversary of the 1022. So the 75th anniversary of the 1020, the Ruger 75th anniversary 1022. Hang tight, let me pull that out. Let's see. Sure, I've got one somewhere. maybe I don't. Okay, well, turns out I don't have one where I can grab it easily. The 75th anniversary, one of the ones that I have, it is stainless too. It is a light hardwood stock, probably birch. They do make some with a darker hardwood stock. They're just pretty much your standard 1022s with a different kind of stock that's got nicer checkered on it. That's nice too. But this one kind of gives you a little bit more for your money, to me. Like I've said, I like this very much. And I think I very well may find myself with one of these when it's all said and done. When that room fire suppressor comes in, I'll need something to test it out on. So this could be it. So there you have it. 60th anniversary Ruger 22. Check 1022. Check it out. The MSRP on this is like $639, so that's still not too bad. But you can get it a good bit cheaper than that. In my shop, they're priced a little bit less expensive than that. So if you have any questions about it or whatever, you can comment on the video. You can call me. You can look me up on my website, redrootdefense.com. Ping me on Facebook. I'm available all the time, so just, you got something you want to ask me, or you can comment on the video and I'll do my best to respond back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time. Again, if there's a subscribe button somewhere, please hit it. Subscribers are neat. I know I've been promising new videos for quite a while, but it really does take more time than I thought to make these, because by the time I just make them, then I have to edit them, because invariably I screw one up somewhere. So I have to go in and do my editing and all that stuff, and I just really haven't been taking the time to do it. So I'm back on track. I'm going to be doing that, so I'm going to try to be releasing at least one of these a week, if not sooner. Just because I've got a lot of neat stuff in the shop that I need to do a little blurb on, just because it's interesting, and maybe you'll learn something out of it. So anyway, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Stay cool. It's like 102 degrees here in Georgia, so don't go outside if you don't have to. And y'all have a good week. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. See you next time.